Have you ever wondered what happened if someone showed your house and it wasn't for sale? Well, this happened to someone and they caught it all on TikTok, and I want to watch this video with you guys. I've seen parts of it. We're gonna watch, we're gonna talk about it, but let's take a look at this. So if you go over to Honey's, I can't quite see it in there, but Honey's My Guard Dog on TikTok. Honey's My Guard Dog. She changed her name, I guess, because her guard dog really wasn't that helpful in this situation. But let's
So I'm at
take a
work
look.
last week, and this guy rings on my bell. I can see him through my Ring camera app,
That'd be
but no one is
creepy.
home. My husband and I are both at work. My son is at school. He is clearly no cars in the driveway, but he is standing there waiting for someone. A car pulls up. About 3 or 4 additional people get out. They are standing in the driveway looking at my house. I'm thinking maybe they're some religious group or a salesman, or I am not sure at this point. Here we are on the side of the house. They're checking everything out, talking about walking into the backyard, which you can't hear, but I set the alarm off on the Ring camera, so they turn around and head back toward the driveway. And
Okay, I'm gonna pause there. Like, what would you do in that situation? Comment below. What would you do? Would you call the police? I know those cameras also have like mics, so you can kind of say, "Hey, like, what are you doing?" But I don't know about you, but I would be quite freaked out. You have people looking at your property, walking around. You don't know who they are. Are they really bad burglars? Like, are they doing that? You don't know they're a realtor. You don't know anything yet, right? So here, let's keep
I'm
going.
thinking I scared them off. However, one of them is no longer in the picture, which you will see in a minute as they head back to the front door.
One of them's not there.
So as we cut back to the front door, you can see that the guy let himself in through the back door and is now opening my front
Opening
door
the
from
front door.
inside and letting all of the additional 4 people in.
Could you imagine? Like, imagine that. Someone's in your house opening the door. First off, I'm like, how did they get in? And secondly, I'm like, what is going on? And I'm assuming you're going to start people seeing going in here, right?
Now, mind you, my dog is home. Apparently not a very good guard dog, but
Oh,
she's
there's
home.
Honey's My Guard
And
Dog. Honey sucks
They
as being a
proceed to
guard
go in.
dog.
They spend about 20 minutes opening every closet door, cabinet,
Oh.
you name it. They leave, they lock up like no one was there.
At least, yeah. That is crazy. I know there's a part 2 and a part 3, and we'll get to that. But there's a few things here. This agent, dude, do your due diligence. Like, I'll be honest. When you're in the middle of showings and you're going from one thing to the next, you'd think it'd be so simple. You're driving down the street, you're about to show a house, you're going to look at the place, you're going to check it out, and the easiest thing is to look for a for sale sign, right? You would think that. No, for some reason, even when I'm doing it, I'll be looking at house numbers and be like, okay, where is it on here, whatever, instead of just looking for a for sale sign. So number 1, there's no for sale sign out front. Number 2, the fact that you had to use a side door with no key, that the door was unlocked to get in. Ooh, that's not a good thing. And there's no lockbox. Like, there's no lockbox, like where we are, and across Canada, you'll have this, but you'll have lockboxes, codes. Sometimes you have to get a code from the other agent to get in. But that's not even there. Like, how is he locking up the property? Like, is it something that you just don't have lockboxes and keys? And like, it's crazy, right? And I just look at that and, man, that not only maybe legally they can't do anything from a cop standpoint. I mean, there's trespassing. I would assume you'd be able to get charged with trespassing for that. Well, it was an innocent thing, but still it happened. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to the next video.
Okay, this is the
Here we
part
go.
2 to the day the real estate showed my house, even though it's not for sale. This is kind of a long clip, this
I'm
part,
gonna zoom
but
in here a
this is
bit.
the real estate agent backing out of my driveway with the people that viewed the house. You can see
The
the
cops show
police show up and confront them in the driveway. Must have been a slow day for the police because there were many
Slow day
police
for the
officers
police.
and about 7 cop cars.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This part's a little long, but you can see
Those cops.
that there were many police there. The next
Like,
clip
I mean, at least she called the
Police.
cops. That's a good thing.
show me
Here's another
escorting the
one.
police up the driveway to make sure that nothing was taken from the house.
Who's going in now?
And then they took my information. And then the last clip is the real estate agent letting himself in again and apologizing for. Okay, this is the.
So the agent goes back in. Why was he going back in? I don't know. The whole thing's messed up. The whole thing is insane and crazy. And man, so okay. So what can you do? Like if this honestly happened to you and this, I mean, number one, as an agent, just pay attention. Look, like if you're like keeps looking at a sheet. So is he looking at a sheet and he's like, I wonder where the price is on this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. It looks white. Yeah, this is also a white house. Like how is he even advising the client on what the home is being sold for? Like the spec sheet wouldn't even be the right because he's got sheets walking around. So to me, that's a big clue. Second is that key box. If you don't have keys to the property, there's a problem. And number three, like, gosh, just pay attention. But as a homeowner, I mean, that's kind of scary. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I mean, like it's one thing that it's your house. You feel invaded. Like you feel very protective of that space. And I've never been broken into. We've had cars be left unlocked and someone's gone through it overnight. And even that has just felt really invasive. We've never been broken into in a house. We've never had someone obviously like this. I can say that none of our agents have ever done anything like this. I do know that even condos sometimes, well, here's the thing, even sometimes condos, I know I've walked up into buildings and just knocked on the wrong door. Someone comes to the door and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, no, we're not for sale. And you kind of look at it and you're like, wait a minute. Okay, sorry, totally not paying attention. But man, I've never walked into another person's house. And from a standpoint of the homeowner, so in Alberta, so the homeowner could go to RECA, which is the Real Estate Council of Alberta, and make a complaint, and it could go to kind of a case where the agent could be fined quite a bit actually for doing something like this. There is another third video, and I think she's just talking about answering questions, whatever. And you can go watch that. Go to her TikTok. Honey is my guard dog. But I don't know if she'd be able to press charges. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the legal side of it. But as an agent, man, this blows my mind. There are so many red flags that are sitting there. How can you not even grasp it? And again, maybe we'll give the guy a little bit of a break. We don't know what his day was like. We don't know how many homes he's been showing. He's just exhausted. This is the last home of the day. Who knows? But either way, let's not do that again.